Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another Steam Summer Sale live stream. So I thought what I'll do for this one is just recap the whole sale and go through some categories, some genres of games that I've not made separate videos for because the views are dropping and I wasn't sure how much interest there's left. But I still keep seeing comments asking for best co-op games, best shooters, best racers, best puzzle games, whatever. So I thought what I'll do is we'll do a structured live stream. We'll go through each category. We'll spend some time so that people who don't see the live stream, they can just go into the timestamps and check out the different categories. So I have planned 3 already: shooters, co-op games, and racing games. We'll go through these first, and then we'll look at other genres that people might be interested in. If you are watching this recording later, check the timestamps. I'll hopefully have added the timestamps to each later on. So I'll quickly say hello to everyone. Vortex is here, Prophecy, Gigi Potato, Alexander, NRG Sama, Abdul Azim, Deepak Jaiswal, Brah Moment, welcome. Ali Hassan, Stephen Luan, welcome. So yeah, first step, what I'll do is we'll go with let's switch over to my Steam store page. Let me remove the taskbar. Yeah, so you can have a cleaner look. Luca 59, Co-op the Forest, MDWSTA04, strategy and action games. You can do that. Yeah, 113. Hello. Audio is okay. Thank you, Vortex. Thank you. All right, so if everybody's set, let's get started. We'll start first with the co-op games. All right. So first up in the co-op category, you all probably know this, Vermintide 2. So Vermintide 2 is a co-op game for up to 4 players. There are 5 different characters in the game, or classes if you will, and you can pick 4 at a time. Now, this game can be played, when I said up to, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, depends on how many you are together. So if it's just you can play alone with 3 bots. Your friends can join in between games as well. 2 can play, 3, 4. I've mostly played with 2 or 3. I've rarely had like all 4 in a co-op here with this game, but I have played a lot of this game, both this one and the first Vermintide. The first Vermintide obviously doesn't have a big enough player base, but the second one is doing well recently. There was a drop, but they are starting to get numbers again. So we get 4,000-5,000 online. I would not recommend most of these games to be played with randoms. If you can get at least one friend, it'll be much more enjoyable. So basically, each character in this game has a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. And you have to basically just slaughter hordes and hordes of rats, chaos men, beastmen, and there are a lot of levels. This is a big game. Each level is like anywhere 15, 20, 30 minutes long. And you just go through slaughtering the hordes and completing the objectives in each map. It's not open world in that sense, but it's more linear, but the maps are quite big. And it's quite a big game at this point. There, I think, should be around 15 or so maps, maybe more. And yeah, it's very enjoyable, very fun. A lot of enemy varieties. There's big boss creatures, and you have to work together in this game, because if you go away from your team for even like a brief moment, there are specialist enemies that drag you away, and if you get killed, you have to be revived or respawned at later points. So yeah, a very fun game. Now let's look at the pricing of this. So here we have 75% off. This is equal to its previous low, 174 rupees, $749, 594 pounds, and 699 euros. Now there are a lot of DLCs, but as I mentioned in one of the other videos, you only need to focus on Back to Uberstrike, Winds of Magic, Shadows over Bogenhafen. These are the extra maps that you can get. Back to Uberstrike is like 3 maps from the first game. Shadows over Bogenhafen is like 1 very long map. And Winds of Magic, I believe, has extra features, but I think 1 big map and like 2-3 other things. Then we also have career classes for some of the characters. So we have one for the dwarf, one for the elf, one for the knight, and hopefully they'll add two more for the others. All right, let's quickly have a look at chat. All right, next, let's go one by one. So we did Vermintide 2. Next is Deep Rock Galactic. Another very positive, you can see overwhelmingly positive game. Up to 4-player co-op again. And you are like a colony of dwarfs who are working for a mining company. You're given missions, you go to different areas and you have to just mine for some minerals. And at the same time, defend against like these giant bug type creatures. So yeah, so it's like a twofold thing. You mine, you have to get certain number of whatever you're mining, and then return to your ship before you get attacked by these bug type creatures, enemies, whatever you want to call them. I've played a little bit of this game and it is fun. It's also quite small in terms of size. Like it's only like 1 or 2 GB download. Vermintide 2 is like 60 GB download. It's like 90 or so on disk. This one is just maybe like 2 GB. So this is pretty good. And this is very fun as well. It's got a decent player base as well right now. Interesting weapons, and you have mining stuff and shooting stuff basically. So you can see 11,000 people playing right now, which is pretty healthy. And this might actually be better playing. I mean, it's still more fun co-op, but if you do play with randoms, this might not be too bad. So pricing, this is 50% off, which is equal to its low again. $14.99, £12.49, and €14.99. Okay, next up, I'll just keep an eye on chat if we notice anything interesting. Sorry if I'm not replying, I'm just trying to go through these already selected games and then we can have a discussion. Okay, next is Sea of Thieves. So at this point, you already know everything about this, I guess. Pirate-based game, came out in 2018, early 2018. They've been adding content ever since. At the start, it was very bare bones, but now they've got plenty of content. I have played this solo. It's not fun at all. This is one of the few games I would say you should not play solo. I did not like it. You need at least one other friend, so at least that you can handle the small ships, and the bigger ships obviously need more people, but I think at least 2 will be a lot of fun, because I've mostly played with like one other person and it's been fun. I've played with like 2 other people as well, and that was all right too. Full 4 squad, I don't know if I've done that. I haven't played it too much, to be fair. I've tried it through the Game Pass. Now, they also recently added the Pirates of the Caribbean sort of expansion with Johnny Depp's character. So numbers have been really good. And of course, it's on the Xbox Game Pass, which is where I played it. And this is selling very well. I think during this Steam summer sale, this has been like the best-selling game, which is a surprise. So here we got 45,000 people playing. That's a very healthy number. I did not imagine this game to be this popular 2 years later. But I guess people are used to it by now, because games, they launch in a very limited state and then content gets added. And I think it got a boost after Steam. And these are just the Steam numbers. So there'll be people on the Game Pass, people on console. So anyway, pricing 33% off. This is not the lowest, but it's still low enough, I guess. £26.79, £23.44, €26.79, €33.13 in Australia, $33.49 in Canada. All right, next up is Remnant from the Ashes. So this is one of those surprising games that I saw mixed reviews when it first came out. Now, some reviewers were hating it, some were liking it, and when I tried it, I really loved it. So it's one of those games, apparently. Now, they call it Dark Souls with guns and stuff, but it's not really, I would say. It's not that hard. I've played this solo and I've also played this co-op, and I would say it's pretty good in both situations. I enjoyed it more in co-op, definitely. So me and a friend, we played through this and we've done like at least 20 hours together. You can jump in and join each other's games. So for example, let's say I've progressed a little further and friend is a little behind. If I join his game, we'll start off where he is. And if he starts mine, then he'll join where I am. And you explore different worlds, different creatures, different biomes, you could say, and very weird set of enemies and things like that. There are two DLCs as well, which I've wanted to complete. I might get those because I've been trying to get DLCs mostly this time. So this is Remnant from the Ashes, a fun little game. Now, most important thing about this was free from the Epic Game Store. So check your Epic libraries if you picked it up, because you already have it, so you don't need to buy a game like that. So yeah, base price, if you don't have it, is $15.99. This is equal to its low. £12.39, €15.99, 22.78 Australian dollars, and 18.19 Canadian dollars. Complete edition is a little more, and you have basically two DLCs, Swamps of Cossaks and Subject 2923. New areas, new bosses, things like that. So I would recommend this game because I have probably 40 plus hours in this game. Is it split screen? No, it's not split screen. It's normal. Like here you'll see each other in each other's game. Let's quickly have a look at chat. Tekken 7. Hello, Savio. Welcome. Strategy. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. After I'm done, we can discuss strategy games if you're interested. All right, next up is Borderlands 3. So yeah, everybody knows Borderlands 3, looter shooter. Graphics are interesting. Now this is a newer game, the latest one, Borderlands 3, so it will be a little demanding to run. I'm not sure what kind of PCs you guys are running, but yeah, big game, lot of replayability with friends, things like that. It was initially exclusive to Epic for 6 months, but it's now on Steam as well. All right, so not much to say here, so I'll just go with the pricing. 67% off, which is equal to its previous low. $19.79, £16.49, €19.79, 29.68 Australian dollars, and 26.39 Canadian dollars. Now there are deluxe versions and ultimate versions with more content, but I guess you could start with the base version and then see if you need the other DLCs and things to enjoy the game more, I guess. Yeah, Remnant is a really good game. All right, next up is Monster Hunter World. This is something I haven't talking about recently. I did buy this game, but I never got a chance to play it. Now, this is a co-op game, open world. It's got very healthy numbers even now. And it's got big expansions and things like that. Create your character, fight. And also there have been some newer games on the Switch, especially. I think there's, what is it called again? Rise, Monster Hunter Rise, I think. That's the new one. And it's also coming to PC. So yeah, I don't have experience of playing this game or like these games in general. So I can't really say much, but I know it is a co-op. It's got a big world. You have to kill these giant, creatures and then, make epic armor and stuff like that. I think this is like the first Monster Hunter game on PC. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is like the first of this game on this series on PC. You can see big monsters here. Yeah, you may also need like a beefier graphics card to run this, but it will run at with like an RX 570 or something. But yeah, to like fully enjoy this game, a higher end GPU will like make it more fun. The visuals will look stunning. All right, look at the pricing. So pricing isn't great for the base game. It's only 34% off. Like the lows have been 60%, but it hasn't gone that low since 2019. So I don't know what the plan is here from Capcom. But this is only 34% off, 1648, $1979, 1649 pounds, 1979 euros, 2966 Australian dollars, 2639 Canadian dollars. You have the digital deluxe edition and the Iceborne Master Edition. And Master Edition Digital Deluxe, my god, many versions. Even the soundtrack is 2000 rupees. What the hell? That is insane. Look at all the DLCs. My god. Oh my god, this is not stopping. Wow. So yeah, this is a game that people only play this game, I guess. They won't play anything else. But yeah, player numbers are healthy. At least that's good. All right, next is Dying Light. So surprisingly, very fun in co-op. But it has a standard open world style story. You can play this alone, just do the story, or you can just jump in, have some friends come in with you, and just have fun in the city of Haran. This is not playing for some reason. Come on, video. All right. The best thing about this game is the parkour mechanics. The first person parkour. It should run very well now because it is about 6 years old now, more than 6 years old. Busy, populated city. You have to jump around like the rooftops. Did we have a grappling hook? No, I don't think we had a grappling hook in this game. But we did have a lot of abilities to jump around and climb over and like kill enemies. Weapon customization was really good as well. You could mod weapons. They added another expansion standalone later on, a year later, which I did not get into. Like I've started played for a few hours, just did not enjoy it and stopped. It was like outside the city and you're mostly running around in a buggy. But the city part, climbing from rooftop to rooftop and staying away from zombies. The safe houses were like on top and like high above, so you could sit and wait and let the zombies go. Because the zombies at night got really scary. So anyway, they are still surprisingly adding more and more content to this game. So base game, 66% off, which is equal to its low. 340 rupees, $13.59, 849 pounds, 1019 euros, 1936 Australian dollars, 1699 Canadian dollars. Now, surprisingly, I would be okay with recommending just the base game. But you can get the enhanced edition, which I said includes the expansion, the following. And they also recently added a platinum edition, which includes everything. So I believe all the DLCs, the skin DLCs, all of this, I think is included in the platinum edition. So it's not too bad. 749 rupees, $24.99, 1749 pounds, 24.99 euros, 38.98 Australian dollars, and 28.74 Canadian dollars. I streamed this game, the whole campaign, and I had people jump in with me, a couple of guys, and play a bit, and then rest of it I continued on my own. So overall, very fun. All right, let's see. I believe many have played Far Cry 3. Yeah, Far Cry 3 is great. You have PH open. What is PH open? Any good strategy game like Frostpunk, please tell me. Can you please help me with some relaxing games? Okay, relaxing games is a good idea. Yeah, we are on co-op games right now, and then we'll go into other categories. I have co-op games here first. We'll go into FPS after this, and then we can look into others. I was thinking of doing racing as well, but seems not that many seem to be interested in racing, so we may skip that. I want to know something. Is the protagonist a good person? In Dying Light, yeah. You can get a grappling hook with the skill points. All right, so you can get it. Yeah, I played it, but I don't remember right now. All right, so this is done. Next is satisfactory. So this is different. This is base building, automation, making factories, conveyor belts. And yeah, once again, another really different type of game, but very good game. I have done videos on this, and I think I did a stream as well. I think I streamed it on Discord. But yeah, really good game. I played it early last year before it was like, I mean, it's still in early access, but at that time it was even limited. And even then it was a really awesome game. Yeah, once again, solo, co-op, you can play it as you want. It should be equally fine. Yeah, a lot of people compare this to like a 3D Factorio, like Factorio, but in 3D and like very good looking compared to that. So yeah, you can see the reviews here. Everybody loves this game. All right, pricing. Only 20% off, but it's a cheaper game. So $23.99, £22.39, £23.99 euros, €35.96 Australian dollars, $27.19 Canadian dollars. Really, really recommend this game if you like this sort of thing. All right, this game we discussed in the last stream as well. And is this one? No, not this one. I think I picked the wrong game. What was that game? Dino Crisis, was it? The one where you fight dinosaurs? No, I picked the wrong game. I was looking for the 4-player dinosaur shooter and I forgot and picked the wrong game. See, this is the newer game. I don't want to recommend this game. But last time when we were talking about this style of game, this is like a co-op game where you shoot giant dinosaurs. I forgot what the other game was. Dino Crisis. Let's see. Why are we not getting the game? Strange. We're only seeing the soundtrack. What happened to the base game? I'm sure we had a look at it last time. It was like a really cheap option as well. No, it wasn't Dino Crisis. It was something. Come on, let's see. Let's see if we get the recommendation. If we open second extension, maybe it might pop up. You know, when they recommend similar games. Ark Survival. No, not Ark Survival. Yeah, it's just slipping my mind right now. Anyway, sorry, I forgot. There's like basically a game from 2015. Who the fuck is Carl? Can you please mute him? Thank you. Subscribe to some idiot who's playing a game that's not even out yet. Dino D-Day. Okay, I think that might be the one. Nope. No, it had more people playing. But yeah, this looks interesting too. It's just a little older. Yeah, none of us can remember right now. At least I can't. Yeah, my memory isn't great, so I can't remember. Anyway, I guess we'll have to skip it for now. I'll maybe add it in the timestamps or like in a comment if I remember. Hello, Abhik. Welcome, welcome. No, not Ark Survival, not Second Extinction. Um, I bought Sea of Thieves and Tekken 7. Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't enjoy fighting games, so that's why I've never played those games. Anyway, let's go, move on to the next one because I can't remember. Next is Valheim. So, Valheim, as you can see, is a game for up to 1 to 10 people. 10 people can play this together. And this is more of your survival crafting type of game. It's not really a shooter as such, but played it a little bit. It's got an interesting graphic style. It's like not really pixel art, but also not like your proper 3D high-end graphics, but it still looks decent somehow. And it's a fun game. You can create these massive Viking structures. I've seen some guides on YouTube, and some of the creativity is amazing. Like the level, people have created entire, like, the Skyrim places, or whatever the places are. What is the first town that people go in Skyrim? They created like the big halls from there, the yards, places and stuff. Impressive. I played a little bit, streamed it, and yeah, it is a good game. I just don't have time to play it. So still in early access, but an excellent game. Very small discount, but it's not an expensive game to begin with. So 476 rupees, $17.99, £13.94, and 15.11 euros. All right, let's have a quick look at chat, see what we missed. Primal Carnage Extinction. That might be the one. Thank you, Vortex. I'll just search it after this one. Primal Carnage. Elderborn. Yeah, Elderborn is good. Buddhaji, please shut the fuck up. And yeah, leave my stream if you're getting offended by the occasional rant. He's coming here and not talking about manners. These fucking morons, they all sit and watch people, millions of subscribers swearing and shouting. And then when somebody who doesn't swear occasionally gets upset, they get, preachy. All right, next up is Green Hell. So Green Hell is another survival story-driven game. It has a campaign. When I played it, it was very early in the early access, and it only had probably 2 hours of content at the time. This was like back in 2019 or something. All right, you can go fuck off, Mr. Putaji. So yeah, so Green Hell is survival crafting. There's a story where a guy is going into the Amazon rainforest. His girlfriend is gone to communicate with the tribe, and she gets captured or something, and you have to escape and free her and get in touch with the natives, etc. And you also have to manage your resources. You get sick if you get bitten. You have to hydrate yourself, make sure you have enough sort of anti-malaria stuff, things like that. So yeah, I did not initially know that this had co-op, because when I played it, it did not. It was only single player at the time. But now they're adding new content all the time. So this is 30% off, 398 rupees, $17.49, 13.64 pounds, 14.69 euros, 25.16 Australian dollars, and 20.29 Canadian dollars. All right, so Vortex mentioned the name of the game that we were struggling with, Primal Carnage. Let's have a look, because I couldn't remember it. I think this is the one. Yes. Yeah, this is the one. So it's from 2015. So co-op game, FPS, multiplayer, and you have to shoot giant dinosaurs. That is the premise. Now, the graphics are a little dated, as you can see. I don't know if this is... No, this is like a parody style trailer. Yeah, this looks like Far Cry 2 level of graphics. It's not bad. Very colorful dinosaurs. There is a mod, a Reign of Terror for Grim Dawn. It's a full Diablo 2 campaign with all bosses and loot. It's quite good. Interesting. So yeah, looks good. You can buy like a 4-pack, play with your friends. I'm actually kind of tempted to try this because this is like an older game. Graphics are not that great. It would run like easily on most people's PCs. Yeah, the player base isn't there, but if you're playing with friends and you buy like the 4-pack and play with your friends, what the hell is this? Dinosaur. Why are they chained up? What's going on here? Huh. Anyway, this is very cheap, as you can see. 70% off, 131 rupees, $389, 299 pounds, 389 euros, 555 Australian dollars, and 419 Canadian dollars. All right, so that is it for the co-op games. Now, of course, there are a lot more games that we can discuss. There's the Trine games. You can have things like Overcooked. So plenty of games that you can play in co-op. But I just wanted to go over some, like keep it like not too long, I guess. Evolve, yeah, I remember that game, Evolve. I don't know what happened to that game. Is it still a thing, Evolve? I don't even see it here. Have they removed it from the store? Yeah, apparently I don't see, it's not here anymore. All right, so we are done with the co-op games. Let's quickly go through the FPS games and then we'll look into your requests. So with the FPS games, I've gone with like one or two well-known games. Well, most well-known games, but one or two not so well-known, I guess. First up is the game Spec Ops: The Line. So this is a very, how can I say, psychological horror, not horror as such, but psychological in a sense. This is a third-person shooter, it's not an FPS. So I thought I'll combine the shooter section into FPS and third person as well. So this was free, I think, a while ago from Humble. So check your Steam libraries, you might already have this. And yeah, it's got a decent campaign. This is 80% off, 299 rupees only, $599, 399 pounds, and 399 euros, 599 Australian dollars, 659 Canadian dollars. The story is the interesting part here. The shooting and stuff is standard stuff, nothing. Yeah, it's the story that's interesting here. Late, don't, no, this stream will be there, and I'll put timestamps as well so you can check what we've already talked about. Let's see. What are you playing for a month? Valheim, is it? Yeah, stream will be there. Don't worry, I won't remove it. It'll be there. You can go and check the timestamps and see the stream. All right, next is Halo, the Master Chief Collection. So again, something very well known. I don't really need to say much. All the first Halo games here up to Halo 4, right? So Halo Reach, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4. Yeah, I think that's the games you have. And this is 50% off, which is equal to its low. Second time it's been this low. 449 rupees, $19.99, 14.99 pounds, 19.99 euros, 24.97 Canadian dollars, 24.99 Canadian. Sorry, 24.97 Australian and 24.99 Canadian dollars. So you have Reach, Combat Evolved, Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo 4. So that's 6 games, right? So Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST, are they different games? Yeah, I've not played Halo, so I can't really say much. But yeah, this is on PC. It took them a while to optimize and make everything ready. The Master Chief Collection, I think, first came out in 2015 or 2016 on the Xbox, and it was like in a very bad state. It took them ages to fix it, and then they put it into PC one by one with all the games, and now we finally have the full thing out. So all the games are now on PC. Um, Talking about Final Fantasy 14 free trial. Okay. I love Spec Ops. Just quickly look at chat. We already talked about Borderlands. I did it at the start of Borderlands 3. We had a chat about that. Um, should I get Mass Effect Legendary Edition or wait for another set? Remind me of this again once I've done with this list. Then we'll answer all your questions and then look at other games as well. So next is a smaller game that you may not have heard of. This is called Dead Core. So this is a FPS with like a parkour mechanic, sort of like, I don't know, maybe not exactly like I forgot the name. What was that EA game with that woman with this tattoo on her face, whatever it was? Yeah, basically a first-person parkour FPS. And I think you have this giant building or tower, and you have to make your way to the top. It looks cool. It looks interesting. Reminded me of Ghost Runner. That's why I got it. I haven't actually played it yet. Mirror's Edge. Yep, that's the one. So this is quite a cheap game. 75% off, 164 rupees, $249, 199 pounds, 249 euros, 362 Australian dollars, 274 Canadian dollars. The regional pricing is not that great because it's almost exactly the same. It's still a little lower, but very close to the other prices. But it's a cheap game, so it's not really that big a deal. All right, next, of course, is Doom. Now, surprisingly, this first Doom is not on the Xbox Game Pass. It is on Xbox Game Pass console and I think cloud as well, but not on PC. So yeah, overwhelmingly positive. Everybody loves it, rightfully so. 70% off, 479 rupees, $599, 449 pounds. Under £5 is a very good deal for this one. Under €6 is good, under $6, yeah. 1048 Australian dollars, 749 Canadian dollars. Yep, really good. Thank you, Nachiket, for the super chat. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, we finally hit 25K. It took ages, but yeah, we're here. All right, next is Doom Eternal. So the sequel came out early 2020. It's got some extra content as well. And this one is available on the Xbox Game Pass. So you can go and play it, enjoy it, and if you want, you can buy it. I'm sure this is one of those games that everybody would like to have in their library. So the standard edition of the game is 1319 rupees, $1979, 1649 pounds, and 1979 euros, 32.98 Australian, 26.39 Canadian. But the deluxe is not that much more. It's 1649, so only about 300 rupees more. $29.69, 24.74 pounds, 29.69 euros. 47.83 Australian, 39.59 Canadian. So I would say if you don't have it and if you want to buy it, get the deluxe edition or just play it on the Xbox Game Pass. Will you leave the stream archive? Yeah, stream will be available after I'm done. You'll see it as a video. I'll put it even in the, what do you call it? Playlist. So basically, if you go to the channel, let's see, you can see here. If you go to my channel, you'll see the first playlist is the Steam Summer Sale. So you can see this streamlight right here. It will just pop up here, and they're coming up as I post them. So the newer videos will be at the start. So you can see this playlist is all about the Steam Summer Sale, this one. And this will just become a video after this. And I'll add the timestamps so you can just, browse through. So there'll be a timestamp, co-op games, FPS games, blah, blah, blah. So you can just navigate to each section. So yeah, my recommendation, get the deluxe version of Doom. Next is Metro Exodus. So another insanely good deal in my opinion. Is this available on the Xbox Game Pass? I don't think so. But yeah, this was exclusive to Epic for a year, created a little bit of drama, and I have not played it yet. They've recently enhanced the graphics. Decent number of people playing. So it's a single player FPS, so don't expect anything multiplayer co-op. But it's got a very well-known setting, post-apocalyptic, based on the novels. 70% off, 299 rupees, $11.99, 10.49 pounds, and 11.99 euros, 17.68 Australian dollars, 14.99 Canadian dollars. I would once again recommend the gold edition because it contains 2 DLCs and it's only a little bit more. So you can see base game is $12, gold edition is $16. So yeah, barely any difference, and you get more content. It'll save you a bit of money instead of buying these separately. So yeah, so this is 374 rupees, $16.24, 13.74 pounds, 16.24 euros, 23.73 Australian dollars, 19.99 Canadian dollars. So let me just switch off my AC because it doesn't seem to be doing a great job. Next is Black Mesa. So I could have listed the entire Half-Life series here, but I thought I'll mention this newer remake of the first Half-Life game. So this is technically a fan-made remake, but it had like the full blessing of Valve. So they've recreated the first Half-Life game in its entirety. And in fact, the later stages, they have actually added more content to it. The first sort of 14, 15 chapters, you could say, are almost exactly the same, but with better graphics. And then the rest of it, they added some more stuff. The Zen chapters, they've added more to it. Graphics are good, but they're not like 2020 good. They would look like good for 2012, I would say. But the original Half-Life was from 98, so they look a lot better in comparison. I did a full stream of this as well last year on this channel. But yeah, I liked it. And this was in early access for a long time. It finally got its full release. So you see the price here. This is the early access price. But after getting its full release, I think this is the lowest. So 60% off, 211 rupees, $7.99, 5.99 pounds, and 7.19 euros. So if you are somebody who has never played the Half-Life games and you want to experience it, but you don't want to go back to the old graphics, you can check this out. It'll give you like pretty much the whole first game. And then you can go back and play Half-Life 2 because the graphics hold up well for that one. All right, final recommendation in the FPS section is Titanfall 2. So Apex Legends, as you know, is very famous. It's a BR game multiplayer. And Titanfall 2 is made by the same people. Apex is set in the same universe as Titanfall many years later. And so the mechanics, the movement, the guns, a lot of it is very similar. Not exactly the movement because you don't have wall running in Apex, but almost everything else is there. All the guns are identical. And yeah, this has got one of the nicest FPS campaigns as well. Like one of the most fun, interesting campaign. There are a lot of new ideas here that most games would have maybe one new idea. This game has multiple. So yeah, really good game. EA game, only came to Steam recently, and they offer the Ultimate Edition here. So this is 80% off, 299 rupees, $5.99, 4.99 pounds, and 5.99. Highly recommend this. Yeah, definitely worth picking up and playing. It's probably only about 4 to 5 hours long, the campaign, but it's still very fun. All right, so that is it for these two categories, co-op and FPS. Now let's see what you guys are talking about. So how long have I been streaming? Say about 45 minutes so far, I think. Okay. All right, so what should we do next? Do you want like strategy games? Should I look at racing games? Because that was originally my plan, but I don't see a lot of interest for racing in the stream. Strategy. All right, strategy. You want city builder strategy or other types of strategy? Hello, Anand. Welcome. Scrap Mechanic is a really fun co-op survival game. Good. Racing, hack and slash, Souls-like, RPG. Did I not do a RPG video this time? Frostpunk type. Yeah, see, the thing is, Frostpunk type, there are not many games like Frostpunk. It's pretty unique. It's a survival game. I would say 60% survival and 30% city builder. Have you played racing games with a wheel? Not recently, but I did have racing wheels when I was in the UK. Nothing expensive, but the hassle of the racing wheel pushed me towards controller. Strategy or RPG? Let's quickly go through RPG first because I think I can list a few really quickly. Of course, without any question, we have Witcher 3. Let me write it down. All right, let me actually put down here Dragon's Dogma. What about Mass Effect? Seems expensive. Let's have a look. It's only 70. I wouldn't recommend this at this price. ARPGs would be like a separate style of RPG. Should I include ARPGs as well? I'll put Divinity then. Divinity Original Sin 2. We'll put Deus Ex Human Revolution. And we can put Mankind Divided because these are RPGs. Elix, we can put Elix as an RPG. Why do I get, like, I've already made a video on RPGs. Have I not made one? I'm getting confused. I thought I already made a video on RPGs. Or maybe I was sort of thinking about it and I did not make one. Hidden Gems, Indies, Open World, under 2, under 5, 10, New Lows. Maybe I covered some of them in the New Lows. So I did get a notification. Because I was worried the notifications were not going out. All right, drop me some RPG. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a good RPG. Apirup. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Nino Kuni, yeah, that's an RPG. It's a JRPG. Nino Kuni. All right, we have a few. Let's talk about these and then we'll add more if anybody's interested. So first up, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is, wow, look at the price. This is insanely good value. First person medieval RPG, realistic medieval, historical, not the fantasy stuff. Set in Bohemia, Holy Roman Empire period, 1400s, I think. Yeah, really good. It's made by Warhorse, which is made by the same guy who was behind the original Mafia game. This is made in the Czech Republic. So the guys from Should You Play It from their country, from Mikhail's country. Caleb is American, of course. 66% off, 237 rupees, $10.19, $8.49 pounds, 10.19 euros, 14.60 Australian dollars, and 11.55 Canadian dollars. Now the Royal Edition is only a little more, and it includes all the DLCs. Now, unfortunately, the DLCs are a little expensive if you buy them separately. So you have a woman's lot, Band of Bastards, Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Hans Capon, From the Ashes, and Treasures of the Past. I believe these are all the story-based DLC. So if you buy all of these together, it'll be a little more. See, here it's barely any difference. You can get everything in here. But if you buy them separately, it'll come to a little more. Yeah, but really good game. Initially, when it first came out, it was a little buggy, so I did not play it. I wanted to wait for it to get patched and improved. And I think it took about a few months, like 2, 3 months for it to be sorted. And by that time, I was like playing other things. So never actually came back to it. So I might go back and try to complete the bundle and then maybe give this a chance. Because I'm still looking to, do a little bit more shopping and get all the DLCs and things. I think you covered RPGs in one of these videos. Dragon Age. Dragon Age, I think the latest one isn't available in India. Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas isn't available. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance was given away on Epic, so you already might have it. If you can buy the Royal Edition, it's only a little more. You'll get the whole thing. Next up is Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch. Now, this is one of the favorite games of people from the PS3 era. So it was exclusive to PS3 initially. And I saw a lot of lists made by people of like the best PS3 exclusive. And this would be very near the top in most of their lists. Some would rate it at number 1, some would rate it at number 3. So it was like really top 2, 3 games that was exclusive on PlayStation. It came to PC many years later, and the remaster seems to be good. It's published by Bandai Namco, but the pricing isn't too bad. It's a little expensive right now. Hang on. I'm saying here 75% off at 49. Okay. Yeah, so this is not as low as its original lowest price. But 18th was just before the sale. So hang on, they had the price 75% before the sale, and during the sale, they're charging 50%. All right, so what I would recommend is put this on the wish list. Don't buy it for this price because they seem to have done something dodgy here. Just before the sale, they dropped the price to 75%. Sold it cheaper just before the sale, and then a week later when the sale starts, they increase the price. Instead of the 75, they went to 50%. So if you're buying during the sale when you are waiting and you're saving your money for the sale, they're charging you more. But if you bought it a week earlier, it was cheaper. So really dodgy move in my opinion. I would say put it on your wish list, buy it at 75%. Don't buy it at 50%. Don't buy it at this price. Game is good, buy it, but not at this price. All right, of course, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, insanely good value, really good game. Look at this, amazing, overwhelmingly positive reviews. How many? Almost 500,000 reviews. And again, don't buy the base game because you get 2 massive expansions in the Game of the Year edition, only 39 rupees more. So like a joke at this point. Why is it not available in these regions? Why are we not getting the pricing? Anyway, 80% off, 199 rupees, $9.99, 699 pounds, and 10 euros. So under $10, 10 euros, under 7 pounds. Wow. 15.79 Australian dollars, 13.99 Canadian dollars. Massive RPG. Insanely detailed world. Interesting characters. Easy 100-hour plus campaign with like all the DLCs and stuff. Even if you rush through, it'll take you like, I think I tried rushing through when I played the first time, and it still took me like a week to finish it, like 40 hours or something, just for the base game. But then I took my time, explored everything, and then yeah, it must have taken me hundreds of hours. Price isn't the best I've seen for this. Yeah, I think if you're talking about Ni no Kuni, I agree. No stream today on Twitch. No, I'm streaming here because people are still asking me for a lot of categories of games. So I thought I'll do one stream and cover the different categories, and then we'll stream games on Twitch again from tomorrow, hopefully. Neo, okay, Neo's a good one. I'll add that as well. Let me just add that. Neo Complete Edition. I think we can categorize that into the Dark Souls type of game. So Witcher 3 is done. Highly recommend this if you still haven't played this by any chance. Single player game, and look at the player numbers here. It's probably got better numbers than Cyberpunk. Hang on, let's see how much Cyberpunk has. See, I told you, Witcher 3 has more people playing than Cyberpunk. That's a shame. Double the number of players, and that's a 6-year-old game. All right, next up is Dragon's Dogma, another exclusive to PlayStation that recently came to PC. Well, not that recent, it's been out for a few years. And a lot of people keep bringing this up whenever you talk about good RPGs, cult classics. It's sort of more in the Skyrim style of art. I mean, yeah, it's probably from the same era in terms of the release date, and also it's got dragons and stuff. Cult RPG, as they say. And yeah, I have not played this, but I keep hearing about this every time. 70% off, 539 rupees, 899 dollars, 719 pounds, 899 euros. Yeah, I saw like the start of this game, and it was kind of hilarious in some ways. Let's see. Let me show you. I think it shows it here. 4K support. Yeah, let's see if they show it here. Otherwise, I'll tell you what happens. And I kind of found it funny, but also interesting. See, it looks like Skyrim in some places. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma was, I think, exclusive to PlayStation 3. And then they ported it to PC. Yeah, if you like Skyrim, I think you should like this. Peggy 18. I want to see if they have that trailer where this dragon comes up. No, it's the same one. A dragon breaks through, pushes you down, slices open your heart. Slices open your chest, and picks up your heart or something. I think it was this game. That was just hilarious to me, and you still somehow survived that. Why have I never heard of Dragon's Dogma? Okay, Sario, have a look. Have a nice weekend, I guess. See you next time. Another game I bought at a previous sale yet to play. Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. I think I covered that in the open world video. Yeah, but they are RPGs in a sense. All right, next is Divinity Original Sin 2. So this is more of your isometric RPG, but another very quality game. The perspective might be something that a lot of you may not be used to, but the RPG elements are really good. It's very detailed, very big game, 100-hour campaign again, 150-hour, I think. And graphics look good, as you can see here, and fully voiced as well. Like a lot of these older RPGs, these style of RPGs, older ones, you often don't have voice everywhere. But this is fully voiced and really well made, high quality game. Overwhelmingly positive, as you can see. Pricing is 60% off, 395 rupees, $17.99, 11.99 pounds, 17.99 euros, 25.98 Australian dollars, 21.99 Canadian dollars. All right, next is Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. So this is your shooter style RPG, but this game you can play pretty much without the need for combat if you wanted. Like you can shoot, you can run in, shoot everyone, or you can use stealth, or you can just use, you can, if you upgrade your persuasion skills and things like that, you can talk your way out of a lot of places. But of course, there is a little bit of fighting here and there. And yeah, very detailed cyberpunk setting. Probably better than Cyberpunk 2077 in its cyberpunkness, I guess. And very, very cheap. 84 rupees only, 85% off, $299, 194 pounds, and 299 euros. Like I mentioned this almost every time there's a sale, and I still can't believe this game is this cheap. This is a AAA game by Square Enix, and this is like under $5. Yeah, okay, it is 10 years old, fair enough, but still. This and Witcher 3, I would say, being this cheap is ridiculous. And then we have the sequel to it. Now, this one wasn't that well received because it was a shorter game, and then they were planning to make more games, and then they stopped it because they wanted to do Avengers. And yeah, it was a little annoying with that sense. It also had one of the coolest trailers for this game. 85% off, 74 rupees only, $449, 299 pounds, and 449 euros. It's also a digital deluxe version, which is a little more, and you could get this as well. That's a DLC. Next is Elix. So I mentioned this in the open world video as well, I think. It's made by Piranha Bytes. So it's sort of a double ARPG, if you will. Different factions to choose from. I think there are 4 different factions, and you can, so yeah, good replayability, I should say. You can pick different factions in your different playthroughs, upgrade, fight each other, try to maintain peace, blah blah blah, the usual stuff. There's a nice jetpack mechanic at the start of this game that was like a little different to a lot of other games. There's a sequel announced for this game, which is fine, which is coming out next year, I think. Yeah, so this did well enough for them to make a sequel. 80% off, 339 rupees, $999, 799 pounds, and 999 euros. 13.99 Australian dollars, 10.99 Canadian dollars. All right, next is Neo Complete Edition. So this is an RPG, but you could also consider this like a Dark Souls type of RPG rather than your open world stuff. Yeah, Age of Samurai, lone traveler lands on the shores of Japan. He must fight his way through the vicious warriors and supernatural yokai that infest the land. So I think we play as an Englishman in this one, or an Irishman, I don't know, who lands in Japan and he has to fight all these monsters. 70% off, 329 rupees, $14.99, 11.99 pounds, and 14.99 euros. 22.78 Australian dollars, $17.09 in Canada. All right, so that is the RPG section done. Now what we can do is we can take your recommendations and I can talk about that, or we can still start categorizing and doing more stuff. You can do a pacifist run. Should I buy Skyrim? I think Skyrim is not on a good sale this sale. Like it has been cheaper before, so that's why I wouldn't recommend buying it during this sale. You can see here, it has been as low as 67% off, but it's only 60. Hang on, 60% here. Now, what I've heard is if you search Steam, you will not find the original Skyrim. You only find the remake, not the remake, I mean the special edition. But I believe you can find Skyrim if you go they have removed the legendary edition. There was like a legendary edition which had all the Skyrim games Everything was included, but I think they don't put a sale on it, even if you can find it. See, this is the original game, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. If you go to Steam, it wouldn't be on sale. See, it's only $565. You can see this is like the original base game. You can go to Steam through this method, but it's $565, so it's less than half the price. But this is the special edition, updated graphics, all the DLCs. But there was a legendary edition which included. Let me just check one or two sites. I remember one of these sites had it on sale. I don't know if it was Gamersgate or. See, they've priced it at 3,000, so nobody buys this. They just want people to buy the legendary edition. Because if you see here, they have the base game. And then you have Dragonborn DLC, Heartfire, Dawn Guard. They've put it separately here. I remember there was like a legendary edition. This is like the non-special edition, not the graphics and stuff. And this was cheaper. This was much cheaper. You can still see like the base game is cheap here, but they never put this on sale, so you can't really buy it. And if you search on Steam, this will not show up either. No, legendary edition is not special edition. Special edition is like the upgraded one, and they've also stuffed it with these club creation things. This is why the legendary edition did not have this. This is the whole, purchase your skins and stuff that they tried to do. Can this method be used to get Mafia 2? Let's see if they sell Mafia 2 like that. Because what they do is they release their special stuff and then they make sure you can't buy the original one. No, you can see it only redirects you to the special edition, to the definitive edition. See, I clicked on the classic, but I think you can't go there now. No, we can. No, it's a definitive. Yep, they have removed it altogether. It says here Mafia 2 Classic, but you go back to the. Yeah, it'll still show you the price for the definitive edition. They don't show the classic version. Yeah, sadly. Contains both the new and the old one. All right, so you can do that. That's actually fair, I guess. Yeah, special edition would have upgrades and performances. Most of the Skyrim mods have migrated to special edition. I think some of them. I'm not sure. I've not played it. All right. Should we look at some other genres? Plugin is augmented Steam. Vampire is a good RPG. Yeah, Vampire is a good. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that the Steam version of Forza isn't that well optimized. Dark Sector, I don't think ever goes on sale. Yeah, Dark Sector is made by the people who make Warframe. This was their first game. This is sort of the start of Warframe. You can see here, look at this. Like the early prototype of Excalibur or something. But yeah, 2009, they've forgotten about this game. Last time it was on sale was in 2015. So they've been so busy with Warframe that they never put this on sale. There's one person playing it right now. Forza Horizon 4 is running well for me, except a few stutters here and there. Because I've played it through Game Pass and through the Windows Store, and that version is very well optimized. Even on my RX 570, I can get I can play on ultimate settings if I want and still get 60 FPS. So it's a very well optimized game. All right, what I'll do is instead of like picking a category, I'll call it viewers picks, and we'll go through some games. So I've seen Dead Cells mentioned a few times here. Let's see, Dead Cells. Let's open up a few. Mountain Blade, Bannerlord. All right, let's see what else do we have. I keep seeing Metal Gear Solid. The Phantom Pain. Can you show long playtime games like 50 plus hours, excluding excluding well-known ones like Witcher 3 Divinity? Long playtime will mostly be RPGs, I would say, or like big open world games. Can you talk about games like The Walking Dead, story-driven? All right, let's go Walking Dead. Other games like Walking Dead. Could say The Wolf Among Us, Life is Strange. There's that recent one that was free, Tell Me Why. Detroit Become Human could be considered that sort of game. What else? Those games that were recently ported from PlayStation. Hard Rain, was it? Something like that. Handsome Jack Collection. Yeah. That's a lot of content. It was free from Epic, so that's why I haven't mentioned it. I mean, I've mentioned other games that were free. All right, so a few of your recommendations. Let's have a look at Dead Cells. Roguelite, very popular. Pixel graphics, very smooth, fast movement, and combat is satisfying as well. Like really nice, fluid game. 40% off, 377 rupees, $14.99, £13.19, €14.99, 21.57 Australian dollars, and 17.99 Australian dollars. The sale price is usually not very high, so 50% is the lowest, and this is 40%. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a good game. And they also added like a DLC or something recently. The Bad Seed, this one. And Rise of Giant is like a free DLC. I thought they had another one. Fatal Falls, yeah, that's the one. That's a new one. Yeah, so 2 DLCs and yeah, the base game. Next is Mountain Blade Bannerlord. So this is the new Mountain Blade game. Open world RPG with strategy elements. I've not played this, so don't know how, but I've heard that this is quite demanding in some places. But this is very popular. I keep hearing about this. Still in early access. Oh, interesting. It is only 20% off, so 2,000 rupees, $39.99, £31.99, €39.99, 55.96 Australian, 51.99 Canadian. I think I'll wait for it to be completed before I try it because I have no intentions of playing this right now. Simply because it's a big game and it's a bit harder to run as well. So I mean, it's not bad. It's like 1060 and RX 580. That's the recommended. So yeah, it should be fine. But this is a game that's a little more demanding. We've actually just covered co-op games, my friend. Yeah, Ryzen 5 3600. So it does need a good CPU to run it. Maybe GPU isn't that big a deal. All right, Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain. This is surprisingly cheap. And yeah, once again, go for the definitive experience, because this one is $192, this one is $399, and you get everything, all of it. So better get this one to get the complete experience. 75% off, $399, £749, 624, £624, €749, 1073 Australian, 999 Canadian. And people are asking about Walking Dead. So there's like a new definitive series, all the 4 seasons included. And this came back recently after the original company went down and Skybound Games took it over. 30% off, 769 rupees, $34.99, $34.99, £27.99, €34.99, $48.96 Australian. It seems a little high in Australia. $39.89 Canadian dollars. Now I believe this one also includes the Michonne DLC. See, contains all 4 seasons, I hope. 400 days. Yeah. So everything in this that Telltale made, they're all included here. Yeah, if you haven't played this, get this version. You'll get everything. Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight is another excellent game. I should mention that. So this is another Metroidvania, but the art style is beautiful here. This whole underground world they have created with the bugs and stuff. Music is good, art style is good. I would say the music is better in Dead Cells, at least to me, but this is more like the haunting style of music. Whereas Dead Cells felt more fun, if that makes sense. And look at the reviews here, overwhelmingly positive. I think this is something that everybody should try. It's a little harder, so if you're a casual, this should like initially it might look cutesy and stuff, but it's quite hard at some places. But some people call it Souls-like. I don't know if it's a Souls-like in that sense. I mean, you have the tag. I don't think it's that difficult, but it is like difficult. 50% off, 239 rupees, $749, 549 pounds, 749 euros, 875 Australian dollars, 849 Canadian dollars. Yeah, really good game. And there was Gods and Nightmares. That was the DLC, right? I don't think I have this one. So another DLC that I might need to pick up. Yeah, if I go through, I think I might just buy the remaining DLCs for the games that I have and then go back and play them again, because I have played a bit of this game. It's not like I haven't touched it, but I did not complete it, but I did get quite far into it. Shout out to the gorilla scientists out there. I think I got gorilla scientist as well when I did that fate thing. Warhammer 40k Space Marine is also very cheap. It's like an old Halo kit. Yeah, I mentioned it in the last video. Beyond Two Souls, Quantic Dream. Yeah, those Quantic Dream games here. Ninja Blade. I don't even know that game. Ninja. July 7, 2011, while investigating reports of unlawful weapons trafficking, peacekeeping forces encountered an unclassified carnivorous species occupying a small village in northern Africa. These rabid creatures easily provoke transition to conventional attack. Is this like a PlayStation game ported or something? It looks like aliens and stuff. Huh. Why is the picture quality so bad? Developer From Software. Interesting. This is like one of their early works. It's not on sale, by the way. Resident Evil 2 remake is on sale and it's amazing. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is really good. We talked about this in the last stream. And yeah, this is a game that I've never played any of the Resident Evil games before, and even I liked it when I played this game. And it's a good playtime as well. Yeah, Monster Hunter World is on PC. I mentioned it already in the stream. Can I play Warmite alone? Warmite alone. What is Warmite? I bought King's Bounty, Crossworlds, and Kynseed. Yeah, Kynseed might be a really good game if you like Stardew Valley stuff. So this is, I think, still in early access. Yeah, they keep. I am like following them on Twitter, and they keep regular updates coming in. I haven't played much. I played a little bit of the start, but I did not want to spoil it because I thought let them finish it and then I'll enjoy it because I loved Graveyard Keepers. Stardew Valley was fun, and this is basically Stardew Valley type. And graphics look good, and they have been constantly developing this game for a while. Yeah, you like it if you like Stardew Valley type of games. It's let's see the price. 20% off, 335, 1039, 799, 879. Yeah, so the good thing I would say is the devs are really good with the communication and the updates. So you get frequent updates here. I don't know how long there is to go in terms of completing the game, but if you are hesitant right now, just put it on your wish list and wait for it to be completed. And this is like made some of the devs who worked on things like Fable, etc. They've made a separate studio and they're working on this game. So this has a lot of potential. Have you tried Vampire? Yeah, Vampire I played like 3-4 hours. I really liked it. A very good game. Just unfortunately started doing other things, so could not finish it. But very good RPG, and it's a very high quality game. Like I could almost say it's like a AAA level game. I know it's on PC, but could I play it with keyboard and mouse? Or I think controller would be better. Do you recommend Deep Rock Galactic playing solo? No, I would say it's a co-op game. You need at least one other friend. Plague Tale, yeah, Plague Tale is a good game, very good game. Started playing 1111 Memories Retold, and I'm liking it. Yeah, that's a good, I think, First World War stories, I think. Kynseed, yeah, Kynseed is good. Dusk looks so good. Yeah, Dusk is the retro FPS. I meant Warhammer. You mean Vermintide, I think. Yeah, Vermintide, I wouldn't recommend solo. You need at least one other friend. You can play it, but it's not that much fun. Like once you do like all the maps once, you won't see the point of playing it again. But because you're playing in co-op, you can change difficulties, you can get newer gear. It is a game that has to be played with friends. Bioshock Collection is very good. Yes. Assassin's Creed Unity at a low cost. Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity was given away for free. Oh man, this is actually really cheap. Why don't we have pricing from the other regions? They have, yeah, this one is surprisingly cheap for a Ubisoft game because Ubisoft have jacked up the pricing recently. Unity. Okay. Where is Unity? To type in the whole thing. Unity. Okay, US dollars is under $5. Euros under 5. Pound is under 4. Yeah, if you want to complete your Assassin's Creed collection, maybe it might be a good idea to pick this up. For under $5, yeah, why not? It was free, so maybe that's why they're keeping it cheap. Or they just don't care anymore. I'm buying Kynseed. Thanks for the suggestion. Unity is not so good. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. But it was not so good when it first came out because it was really buggy. Yeah, hopefully it's fixed now. People are saying that big AAA games by Ubisoft are going to be free to play. Is that right? Well, no, what they said was they'll be making more free to play games, more like live service type games. So something like The Division, they'll make the next one as like a free to play game with microtransactions. Stealth games. The Hitman games are stealth games. Sleeping Dogs is a good open world GTA style game. $85% off, 109 only, $299, £239, and €299. This is also a game that I would recommend a controller. Keyboard and mouse, you'll struggle. I have 300. What should I buy? Well, depends on what type of game you want to play. I can't recommend you just random shit. Maybe you won't like it. Splinter Cell, yeah, those are good games. And Splinter Cell, the first one should be really cheap. But it's an old game now, so keep that in mind. Splinter Cell, first one, is only 62 rupees. Next, Division and Ghost Recon Breakpoint kind of games gonna be free to play games from Ubisoft, but definitely more microtransactions and pay to win. Yeah, we'll have to see. If they add pay to win elements, then it's going to flop, I feel. But if they don't do that, it shouldn't be too bad, I guess. MGS 5, yeah, that's a good stealth game. Yeah, we already just talked about that, in fact. I play every game with controller, even on PC. Yeah, it's if you're playing single player, it should be fine. I don't see you struggling in anything as such. And even like shooters have aim assist if you are playing single player. And even multiplayer has aim assist. So yeah. Do you watch some ordinary gamers? No, not really, but I have watched one or two of his videos. Keyboard and mouse player here was really fine with no problems. Yeah, it's not that it's not a problem. It's better with the controller. That's what I'm saying. Like if you are used to keyboard and mouse, you can play the game. But if you pick up a controller, you'll feel like it's much easier. Anybody played Blood Hunt? No, I just mentioned it in a video earlier today. I Did not play it myself, but I have downloaded it. In fact, I have a spare key for it as well. Might offer it on Discord. Is buying Stardew Valley worth it? It's up to you, man. If you like those sort of games, then yeah, it's cheap. I can only give you pricing information if it's good or not in terms of sale. I can't give you like a game and say that you like it because I don't know your personality. Aragami 2 gameplay looked good, expecting it. I think Siege will go free to play like CSGO. Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't already. Why not reading my MSG, Trine 4, Trine 4, Trine 2? I read it. Any underrated roguelike on sale? Can you ghost through Far Cry 2, especially the recent ones? Can you ghost through? Check GTA 4. Cousin Roman. GTA 4. We have to write everything completely. Come on. Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition. Don't we have this like the base Cousin Roman edition or something? It's cheap. It's cheap. Is it the recent one? Have they removed it? Yeah, I think so. Man, the controls on this were horrible as well. I did not like the driving mechanics of this game. Like you turned and the camera did not move with you. But yeah, it is cheap. It's under $6, just over £5, €6, 300 rupees. Yeah, it's a decent game. Is Pacify worth it? Pacify. I don't know what game that is. It looks like a horror game. I think I've seen this picture. Multiplayer co-op survival horror PvP. I don't know, man. It's got decent. It's got very positive reviews. I don't know anything about this game. It's a horror game. So if you like horror, I guess. Dishonored, yeah, Dishonored is a good game. Call of the Wild is a good game. Do you recommend Assassin's Creed Chronicles India? If you get the whole Chronicles trilogy for cheap, yeah, you can play it, but I did not particularly like it. It was okay. King Spy, just passing by. I want to say hello. Thank you for your effort. No problem. Thank you, man. Star Renegade is a good indie game. Star Renegade, I think, was on the Xbox Game Pass. Hades, yeah, is a new roguelike you can try. Can I play Left 4 Dead solo? I think Left 4 Dead is also like strictly multiplayer co-op. With bots, yeah, but it's not fun. Blood Money, Hitman, Silent Assassin, Garfield Racing, Furious Racing. We'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. All right, Anand, bye. GTA Trilogy, detective games. That's a good one. Ace Attorney games, those were, I think, like, no, those are attorney games, not detective. Yeah, I don't have many detective games, like Sherlock Holmes games, I could say. Rakesh, bro, can you suggest me best Assassin's Creed game? Best Assassin's Creed will be subjective, but if you want really a cheap one, check out Unity. We were just having a look at that. This is very cheap. It's like 300 rupees right now. Where is India? 224 right now, actually. So yeah, really cheap. It's one of the later ones. The graphics are good. Black Flag is good. Like if you haven't played the original ones. The newer ones are more expensive. They'll need a bigger, better PC to run it. So you could, check out Unity somewhere in the middle, you could say. I personally like the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy the best. Would recommend Murdered Soul Suspect. Yeah, I used to mention that game as well. I don't know how much it is right now. Murdered Souls. Yeah, it's very cheap. 72 rupees. 90% off. Pricing isn't available for other regions. Let's have a look. Murdered Soul Suspect. $2. L.A. Noire is a good detective game, yeah. Strategy games. Yeah, we did not get to the strategy part. Let's quickly go through strategy games. I would say Anno 1404 History Edition. I would recommend this as a strategy. This is a city builder. And History Edition is their updated version to run on newer systems. Original game came out in 2008 or something, but this is from 2020, last year. So now it will run properly with your latest Windows. So I would recommend this one. $374, $749, 624 pounds, 749 euros. Now we had like a good time with what do you call it? Frostpunk. It was free recently. It's a good survival strategy game. You could look at something similar, which is Surviving Mars, but I'm not mentioning this to buy because I think you should all have it. It was free twice. So this is a strategy game that you might already have. So instead of buying it, just play this instead. What else do we have for strategy? Thinking of course, you have the Civilizations games. Let's see if Civilization 5 is on sale. Yeah, they did not put this on sale. Like the complete bundle used to go to like 90% sale and used to be really cheap, but they haven't put it on sale. Of course, you have the all-time classic, which is Age of Empires 2. Hang on, I got a power cut. Let me just sort that out. All right, maybe this is signal that I should end the stream because it just had a power cut. So yeah, we were talking about Age of Empires 2 for strategy. You can see overwhelmingly positive. This is the definitive edition. Very old game. They keep updating it, improving the graphics, and it's still going strong. A really awesome game. I was playing this 20 years ago, and it can still be played. 33% off, 354 rupees, $13.39, 10 pound and 4 pence, 13.39 euros. I think there are a couple of DLCs. Lords of the West. I think this is like a new DLC. Like this game got a DLC in 21. Originally came out in 98, I think. 99 maybe. Impressive stuff. We've had some strategy games given away by Epic and Humble as well. So if you've been following my channel for a bit, just search your Epic libraries or Steam libraries. You might already have something. I think Which one did we get? Prison Architect or did we get Escapist? Something we got free. I think maybe both of them. Those are strategy games because I see somebody's mentioned Prison Architect. Crusader Kings 2. Yeah, Crusader Kings 2 is a grand strategy game. Cossaks. Is it? Yeah, I'm just unsure about if these games will run properly. This one should be fine. But like the older ones, I'm often like questioning whether they'll run properly on Windows 10. And this looks really good. I'm not sure about this one. Cossaks 3 Complete Experience 6. So 3. Yeah, looks very good. 2016. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Look at this. War, economy, army developing, building and upgrading that couldn't be found. Okay. So it's basically Age of Empires, right? £226, $799, £599, €799. Not bad, not bad. Cossacks and the American Conquest. So they have a few DLCs, I think. Guardians of the Highlands, Days of Brilliance, Rise to Glory, Path of Grandeur, Golden Age, Christmas Gift. So these are free. This is the soundtrack. Okay, so it has a few DLCs. And is this like the older games as well? 6 out of 4, European Wars. Yeah, I think these are different games. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Cossacks, if I'm honest. But yeah, looks interesting. Worms Mayhem, check out Need for Speed games. I think the newer ones are on a decent sale. Total War just cost 3. Civ 6 was free. Yeah, Civ 6 was free. To my knowledge, we got the Escapist and the Escapist 2 on Epic Games. All right. I think Prison Architect was maybe free from Humble. I'm not sure. Because there have been so many free games at this point that I just get them mixed up. Sims 4 just has too many DLCs. Same dev of the Stalker. For Cossacks, is it? I think you're talking about Cossacks, right? Oh, yeah. Interesting. I did not know that. Interesting information. Are Dead Island games good? I played a little bit of Dead Island, but it was fine. It's sort of similar to Dying Light without the parkour, you could say. Which game is best under 100? Under 100. Deus Ex Human Revolution, 84 rupees. Check that out. Oh. All right, guys, I think we should end it here. We got some interesting suggestions done. What time is it? It's almost 23. Yeah, I wanted to keep it under 2 hours. And so it's easier to process and it's not too long if anybody's watching it afterwards. So yeah, we got some genres done. We got co-op, FPS, and a few others we looked at. Did not see much interest for racing, so we skipped that. But yeah, hopefully this is useful. I don't know if I'll make any more. I might make one video either for like the viewers' suggestions, or maybe I'll make one to update you on what I've got this time. But apart from that, I think we should end this Steam Summer Sale series now and start looking at other things. Anyway, thank you for watching. Enjoy your weekends, and I'll be streaming on Twitch over the weekend as well. Like I'll try and do like both days if I can. Got another game from the devs. I'll try and do that, and we'll start something else too. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And yeah, check back later if you want to rewatch the stream. I'll wait for it to finish processing, then I'll add the timestamps. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Good night. See you next time.